Conservative host Matt Walsh has come out in favor of forced marriage.
Now, on the complete opposite end of this spectrum are arranged marriages. Instead of a boundless, never-ending buffet of options, a young person in a culture that practices arranged marriages will be assigned just one, and they don't even make the choice. Their families just pair them up and say, here you go. There's far less freedom and far less autonomy in a system of that sort, but it is without a doubt superior to our system. We would be happier. Every person in the dating scene right now would be happier if they were just matched up with someone against their will, actually.
No, it wouldn't. Nope, that would be a disaster. I would not be happier if my parents had chosen my wife. Or and of course my wife would not be happy if her parents chose her husband. That would be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Hey, the whole idea of like, oh, hey, there's this person that you're going to have to spend your life with, and I'm going to choose it for you, and you're going to be happy with it. No. I mean, it's not even thinking of the fact that, like, what if you don't have anything in common? What if you don't get along? Hey, look, that's your problem. Really? Really? That doesn't sound like the recipe for happiness. That sounds miserable. Who wants to spend their life with somebody that they can't stand? Ridiculousness. Again, and I'm not saying, by the way, that doesn't happen now. It absolutely does, for sure. I mean, a lot of couples maybe made some bad decisions, but at least it was their decision. All right? At least it was their decision. Forcing people into a marriage is not the way to go. That's the wrong way to go. Now, the irony, of course, is that these same people are saying things like, I can't believe the liberals want to control my life. Why do they hate freedom? Dude, you're literally out here saying, freedom, choice. No, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. In fact, it'd be better if we had less freedom because, we could then have our parents or somebody just choose the person I'm going to marry. So now what's interesting too is that, I mean, what about gay people? What about trans people? What about non-binaries, asexual, bisexual, etc.? How'd they fare in this system that Matt Walsh dreams about? Well, knowing what I know about Matt Walsh is that he would only be in favor of heterosexual pairings. Because of course, right? So those people would be forced into the closet, which again, he has no problem with. That's where he wants them. And into heteronormative relationships. And once again, I can guarantee that that would not be a recipe for happiness for either for either of them in that, relationship. But here's the thing. We know who Matt Walsh is appealing to, especially frustrated young white conservative men. The involuntary celibate movement. The people who get mad that women might not want to date or have sex with them. And so they think, no. If we're to force them, that's the ticket. If we just force them into marriages, then I'll be happy, I'll have access now. And I could be pure because, I'm married now. That's Matt Walsh's audience. And just to kind of reinforce that, look, this is the narrative that they believe. And I'm going to show you another video here of how he explains dating, what dating is to him.
So the modern dating scene is what happens when every beggar becomes a chooser. Everyone is lonely and desperate for companionship, but the field is so flooded with options, there's such a surplus that you begin to feel kind of like I feel when I'm in the condiment aisle at Walmart trying to buy mustard. And there are 197 different types of mustard. And though all I want is just regular mustard, the overwhelming array of options paralyzes me. And I'm just standing there slack-jawed, questioning whether I should be settling for just regular mustard when I could be getting gourmet, Dijon, whole grain, honey French, yellow, spicy brown, white, yellow, German mustard instead. All of modern life is plagued by this problem. Everything is plentiful and can be obtained effortlessly and cheaply. but it's too plentiful and too effortless and too cheap.
Ironically, he just slammed capitalism. It's sort of a weird aside, but it's true. I can't believe it. We have so many choices and everything is so easy and cheap. But like, no, the comparison here, and he makes another ridiculous comparison like, did you know dating is like watching Netflix and you just can't find the right movie, and so you just don't choose anything. What? I mean, again, you heard it here, folks. Choosing a life partner, according to Matt Walsh, is like choosing mustard. But wait, if you want yellow mustard, you just have yellow mustard right there. Go get the yellow mustard. But what if I want Dijon? I don't know, then date Dijon. I don't care. Just don't force people. Again, his position is, I want to, it's because I can't make a decision in what I want, then I want to force other people to get a yellow mustard. Bitch, maybe I want some German mustard. Maybe I want some fucking Dijon. Or maybe I don't like mustard at all. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And again, considering his audience, he says, and this what really gets to me too. Oh, it's so cheap. It's so easy. There's so many choices. The main problem with involuntary celibates is that for them, it's not cheap or easy. Because nobody wants to have sex with them. But again, this is also has the problem of treating his, treating women as objects to like ogle and haggle and purchase. You know what I'm saying? Just like you're at a grocery store, dating, just like a grocery store. Too many options, can't decide. So I'll just take your choice. And it's ironic because, again, this comes from the so-called conservative defenders of freedom and the family. Yes, we're going to support the family by forcing you to have a family of which you're incredibly unhappy with. Congratulations, well done.